Hi guys, and welcome back to Lost Without a Plan. Today we're doing something a little different. We're finally going to put together my book tracker in my MäksēLife Companion Notebook. So let's jump in. Okay guys, this is a little off the cuff, but I decided I should probably film it for you since I've been talking about it in my videos for quite some time. This is the MäksēLife annual notebook from the Companion Notebook set. It's a main yearly notebook with a whole bunch of quarterly notebooks. This is the quarterly one that I've been using. As you can see, it's filling up slowly. I just use this one to pull a blank sheet out of the back. All of the sheets are perforated, so I just ripped off the final note sheet so that I could use it in here. And we're going to finally put my book tracker together. So I have a goal this year of having 120 to 25 books, and I didn't know how I was going to contain it. In the past, I've contained it on my monthly pages in the book on this spread, but I don't ever keep these quarterly journals, but I do keep the main annual one. So I wanted to figure out how to contain it all together. Since last year I did have the giant coil monthly, and this time I switched back to the little notebooks. So I actually had got this one in a advent calendar way back in December of 2023 from Hank and Plan, and look, she's already colored some of them, and isn't that cute? So I thought that I could use this. And then Orange and Brolico had some giant sale, and they had a couple of book trackers on it. So I grabbed 3 of their sheets because this one has 50 and each of these has 34. So that's 68, like 102 plus 50. So it'll be a little over, but you never know. Room to grow, right? Better than having too little. This is the master book list that I came up with. I think I mentioned it in a past video, but this is where I plugged in everything from my TBR list into ChatGPT and gave it the monthly themes that I had wanted to follow, and just had them kind of separate everything so that I have 8 books that are fiction and 4 books that are nonfiction per month. And by doing that, if I continue along this way, I should hit my goal of 120 books at the end of the year, because that's 12 books a month. But of course, if something comes out and I really want to read it, I'm just going to throw it in and see how it goes. I'm not committed to this, but this is just a way for me to get through all the books that are on my list. What I had done is I pulled from my actual to be read list and the library apps that had the books on file. Some of them weren't there yet because they're brand new books, but I did include them. I think there was only like 25 left. Of course, I will be adding more, so next year I will have a TBR list, but for now, this should get me through my TBR list up until this point if I hit this. So that will be great. Currently, we're in the very beginning of February, so I've already wrote down the ones that I completed so far, so we have things to fill in. So I thought we would do this. Now, what I was thinking is the reason why I pulled this lined sheet is because I want to cover up the text in the front here, because I figure I could put these 4 as my book tracker. Then we'll still have the compass sheet intact. We'll have the assessment scoring. Well, this is not necessary either. Maybe here, 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 and here. So that's 4. I do want to keep these sheets. I don't know. I guess I could take out the sheets that I don't need, but I think it should probably be behind the compass, right? I don't know. I'll probably mess this up anyway, so I guess it's fine. My thought is, because one of these is like a horizontal sticker, I think I'll put it down here and put that across the top and then have these 3. As I said, we're just flying by the seat of our pants here. So let's see if we can figure this out. I know that there is a way to do this. I think that it's just peel it back and start from the bottom. Wish me luck. I usually do not do full page stickers. I've seen a few people do them before, but it has not been me. So let's see if we can get it right. Already I can tell that the curve of the sticker is a lot tinier than the curve on the paper, so we're just trying to make sure that we cover most of the text. I think I want to move it over just a little bit more. So right at the start of the curve will be like that. And then we will have this little thing from my silhouette machine that I figure I should probably try to push out any bubbles. I'm sure you'll be able to see some text through, but this is just supposed to be something fun. I don't want to overdo it by covering it up and then covering it up again. This doesn't really matter to me. I don't know why it took me so long to decide what I was going to do. Probably because of the indecision of the new year. I kind of feel like I probably will go back into the February start to my year and start with the new year, Lunar New Year again. I did that a couple of times, but February is just so busy, and then January is just a little chaotic, and I don't really, well, it's short. So it says 3 types of goals across the top. That's fun. It's fine. I'll figure out what to do with the top there, but at least the bottom part is covered, right? Came out nice. Wait, making sure where I am. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I wanted to put these ones here. Moving on to the next one. I almost did that wrong, you guys. I just showed you the way that we were going to do them, and I almost did it backwards. But anyways, like I was saying, the Lunar New Year should actually be the unofficial start to the year, in my opinion, because nobody wants to start fresh right after holidays. The holiday hangover, right? Where you're like, do I have to put all my twinkly lights away? I don't really want to, and I'm not ready. Not really sure if this is, it's just covering up the perforations, so that should be okay. It's not like covering up the page fold, which I think would be problematic in this tiny of a book. So I don't know, you can't see it, but I'm just slowly pushing up like this. This is the first time I've ever done this full page thing, so it seems like it's coming out pretty well, but I hope I didn't speak too soon on that. Right? Sometimes you do. Okay. Page 2, complete. 1, 2, okay. And the last one will go over here. So we start at the bottom. Now, I had said in a previous video that the reason why I was putting this off was because I thought it felt a little duplicative, because I do carry my bookshelf on Goodreads and StoryGraph along with like some light reviews. I'm not like super in depth, and I don't give away any spoilers in my reviews usually. But I do think that because I'm doing that online thing, it also feels like to do it again is a little annoying, but I do like to see what I did as I go. I probably should have whited out that extra line right there. It's fine. Okay, and then for this last page, I was going to use this piece of paper that I pulled out of my other notebook, and I'm using my Scotch repositionable glue stick. You've seen me use this a couple of times. I said that it kind of looks more like paste than glue stick, but it does what it's supposed to do. It's kind of like turns anything into a Post-it. If you guys are interested in it, I'll link it down below, but it's interesting for sure. It smells less toxic than the other ones, so I don't mind it as much. I'm trying to line up the pages. Obviously, I need a little bit more right there, but that's fine for now. Maybe my sticker will solve that problem. Okay, now this one I'm worried is a little too wide. So I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off the sides of the bookshelves, so it's just the interior of the shelves. I kind of feel like it should be low to the bottom. It trailed off just a little bit. Let's pull it back. There we go. Cute. And then we can put our book tracker header. I wonder, do I have a 2026 anywhere? Okay, so I found these notes pages from the rest of my Hand Can Plan Advent kits. You can see that I've got 2023, 2024, and 2025 here. I don't usually use my notes pages, so they tend to sit unused most of the time. Today I really only need the 2026 from this one, so I'm going to trim it out and turn it into a header for this section. Let's get that placed first. Okay, it's looking a little bare right now, but I want to come back to the design part after I drop in the first row of books for January. For consistency, I want to write all of the titles with my Sakura microperm in 0.5. I think that size is thin enough to work on these tiny book spines, but still dark enough to be readable. Actually, I think I'm going to color in the books first. Even though this is a permanent pen, I'm a little bit nervous that it'll bleed. So we'll do the coloring first and the title second. Ooh, I'm gonna use my mild liners for this. I have all of these zebra markers that I just love, but I rarely reach for them because they live in a drawer on my bookshelf, which is on the other side of the office instead of right in front of my desk. There are some brush pens here, but I'm not sure if they'll be easy to control the lines, so I'm gonna leave those out this time. And we'll stick with some of the soft pastels that I'm really feeling right now. These colors are kind of giving me the same vibe as that snowman kit I used earlier this month from Orange Umbrella Co. That spread genuinely made me happy. Okay, I need 12 books total, but I want to make sure that I don't put the same color too close together. It still needs to feel visually balanced. As I'm filling this in, I'm also realizing that some of these book titles look pretty long. I'll probably have to be really intentional about where they land. So they won't be in the exact order that I read them in, but I'm going to try and keep them grouped on the same shelf so that it reads first month, second month, and so on. There are 15 books on this shelf, so I'm just going to color all of them in using this palette so that it's consistent. I think we're ready to add some titles. The first read of the year was Good Spirits, which was a really cute story inspired by A Christmas Carol. Then we have The Paris Wife, which was based on Ernest Hemingway. Best Laid Plans is a planning book by one of my favorite podcasters, Sarah Hart Unger. After that is Revenge Wears Prada, which was very different from The Devil Wears Prada, but still similar enough that it should make for an interesting movie. Better Than Before is by Gretchen Rubin, and it focuses on habit building. Hello Stranger was a good read about a portrait artist who develops face blindness. Can you imagine? It really got me. Strong Ground was just okay for me. Ultra Processed People was also a bit of a miss. I had to listen to that one at 3 times speed just to get through it. Then there's Beartown, which was not my favorite. But Getaway Death was really good. It's about a woman visiting a friend after she goes through like this breakup, only to find out that her friend has been murdered while she's en route. There are a lot of twists and turns in that one. The Book of Alchemy is a must-read if you're interested in journaling. The prompts are visual, and they really help you experience your thoughts and feelings in a new way. I just loved it. It definitely got my creative juices flowing. Ain't Nobody's Fool is an autobiography about Dolly Parton, and her childhood honestly surprised me. This last one, I'm about 3/4 of the way through, but I'm gonna write it in now because I know I'm gonna finish it. It might end up being a 5-star read depending upon the ending. It's called The Stolen Life of Colette Marceau, and it's about a woman who loses everything during World War II and decides to fund the resistance in a very unexpected way. She ends up supporting several Holocaust survivor organizations over the years, all while searching for a bracelet that was lost when her sister went missing. There's history, intrigue, mystery. I'm just loving it so far. I'll let you know in a future video if it sticks the landing or if the ending ruins it. Now that this shelf is complete, let's add some washi to the header. I have this super old set of washi strips that I've held on to in my leftovers book because it was just too cute to part with. I'm barely certain it's from Orange Umbrella Co. But this feels like the perfect spot for it. So I'm hoping I can make it stretch. I'm going to place one strip above the header and one below, and then we'll use another strip to hide the white outlines on all of the other pages. I decided I'm going to leave the setting goals banners at the top because they don't bother me. On second look, I don't think that the main header is centered, so let's peel that up and fix it. Okay, that's so cute. All right, guys, that wraps up my 2026 book tracker setup. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this random little setup where we got to chat about goals, the pressure of the new year, and of course, my favorite thing, books. I'm really excited to watch this bookshelf fill up as the year goes on. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and click subscribe. I post a new video every week and I'd love for you to join me for the journey. And if there's a book you've read recently that absolutely needs to be on my must-read list, drop it in the comments below. Talking about books is one of my favorite things. Anyways, have the best rest of your day and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.